Hello and welcome to How to Captivate Clients. In this training presentation, you'll discover a simple three-step way of compelling the right potential clients to say yes to you and your services, whatever they may be. My name is Peter Beckenham, the Village Marketer, and I've got a passionate belief in stress-free sales and marketing strategies that provide awesome value to potential clients. The strategies I'm going to share with you today will enable you to get far better results by attracting people who need your help and are willing to pay for your services. Sounds good? Well, let's get started. Today we'll look at three stages that are vital in being able to captivate the clients you really want in your business, as well as sifting out those prospects who probably would not be a good match for you and your services. And the three stages are: can anyone hear you? What's stopping you? And bridging the gap. I'll explain these as we go along. Firstly, in the stage I called Can Anyone Hear You, we'll create a simple yet powerful phrase that you can use to 1. Easily answer the question, what do you do? Secondly, it'll answer and attract the best potential clients that are a perfect fit for what you do. This simple yet powerful phrase will make you feel confident and compel people to come to you naturally without you ever having to seek them out. The real beauty of attraction marketing. Sounds good? Then we'll look at what you can do with the potential clients who come seeking you out and how you can provide great value that will really help clarify some deep-seated hidden roots of their most painful problems. More on that in a moment. I'll explain what it's all about. I've called this particular stage What's Stopping You? And in just a few minutes you'll be able to shine a light on the things that have been hidden from your prospects perhaps all their life. It'll be an absolutely incredible, valuable service you give them. And thirdly, we'll look at bridging the gap, where we take our prospective clients through a process I call stress-free ways to get more sales. Here we help them to come to the conclusion about what they want to be as far as their desired destination is concerned, really where they want to go, and just how important this desired destination is to them. This is truly valuable and at times quite an emotional experience for your prospective clients. And more often than not, it prompts the prospective client to ask you, can you help them? You see, they are both grateful and thankful for the value you've provided in these three How to Captivate Your Client stages. You've wowed them with your value and you've positioned yourself as a truly valuable and trusted resource. They're delighted with your service and you never have to waste your energy trying to convince or sell anything. This is your opportunity to seek permission to offer your recommendations, your solutions, your package of services, whatever they are, to a very willing potential customer because you've given so much value to them. Alright? So here we go with stage 1 of our captivating client process. It's called Can Anyone Hear You? This is your elevator pitch. So if you've ever suffered with any confidence issues or had some niggling doubts about how you could help people in a bigger way, then in this first stage we'll do, in just a few minutes, something that'll really help you one heck of a lot. I'll be giving you a template and some training how to build your own elevator pitch, and once you do this, you'll be easily able to 1. Take paid clients if you're just starting off. Secondly, get more of the right clients and a far better income if you're struggling to get enough clients right now. And thirdly, set you on the path to getting bigger, more distinct, better results. The kind of results that your clients feel safe, secure and love to see. In fact, you will impact them in a way that they will thank you and never forget the experience that you gave them. What I'm sharing with you today will help you build a stable business and also help you help more people, because you will not have the problem with confidence ever again. It's a game changer. When you can enable your prospective clients to achieve real clarity, then it's so much easier to deliver the results your client is seeking. And you can also let them see the real value of working with you. And when you learn how to achieve real clarity with your prospective clients, not only does your confidence soar, but so does your bottom line, because people will be seeking you out. People who can deliver results in a clear, concise, simple and easy to understand fashion are extremely valuable resources, and you will be one of those people. So stage one of providing clarity in our how to captivate clients is knowing exactly what to say, especially when someone asks you, hey, what do you do? This starts with you being able to describe what you do in such a way that it attracts and even compels the best potential clients to want to know more about you and more about what you do. This stage is very simple, but yet oh so powerful. This script is very, very important. So there'll be no more stammering around when asked the question, hey, what do you do, right? Because you know exactly what to say. And the real power of creating this script is that it will show your potential clients that you can both, 1, solve their most painful and expensive problems, and 2, take them from where they're stuck right now to wherever they're wanting to go. And all this happens without you even mentioning your services. Doing this allows you to speak with your ideal potential clients with perfect clarity about what's in it for them, not for you, what's in it for them. Okay, so pause this video and underneath you'll see a tab called Can Anyone Hear Me? Okay, can anybody hear me? Go watch this video and then download the template I have there for you called your elevator pitch template and work on your first draft of your very own client captivation script. Then come back here for stage 2 of our how to captivate clients. Okay, so pause the video, go and get that template, watch the video, and I'll see you in a couple of minutes. So welcome back to stage 2 of how to captivate clients. This is what's stopping you. This is stage 2 of the process, right? Now I'm assuming that you've actually got your elevator pitch put together and you're comfortable with it and you feel competent and confident with it, because this particular thing will allow you to answer the question, hey, what do you do, at any time, and provide that person with a positive, value-driven answer. So what's stopping you? This section, I've actually got taught this part by a very talented marketer by the name of Margaret M. Lynch. She taught me how to do this, and I'm sharing it with you today as part 2 of how to captivate clients. In just a few minutes, you'll have the skills to open people's eyes to something they've been blind to before. Maybe one of the root causes behind why they've been stuck and unable to fully live their best lives. Maybe the reason why they haven't been able to earn good money. Maybe the reasons why they haven't been able to get the job they want, or the profits they want within their business. Now for this particular example, we'll use a process that addresses one of the most universal issues out there, something that nearly everyone struggles with at some time or another: money, M-O-N-E-Y, right? And all the deeper issues that go with it. As I said, I learnt this from Margaret Lynch, and it's a very, very powerful way of building relationships and understanding as well as rapport with potential clients. Using this script, you'll be able to bring the awareness of how much their money-related blocks have been costing them, the thousands of dollars they're likely lost over the course of their career. This will not only disturb them, but truly make them think. You'll get them thinking about the freedom they've longed for that continues to elude them, the time they've spent doing what they have to do rather than what they really want to do and what really matters, like spending time with loved ones or using their gifts to make a difference in the world. And even more compelling, you'll shed light on what is going to continue to cost them if they don't clear away those blocks right now. This is a valuable service, because most people go through their entire lives without this kind of clarity, the clarity you're about to provide to them. And over the years I've discovered that the most people are truly starving for clarity. And that's when you give it to them. Even though you haven't helped them solve the problem yet, they'll immediately value its importance and begin to see its potential and your value in helping them and their lives. This is why clarity is the first result we must deliver before they even consider us as a potential resource, service, coach, whatever. This is so important. Even if you haven't solved the problem yet, they will feel like you've given them an amazing result, a powerful result, and in advance. And yes, they will be immediately captivated by and grateful for the way that you've gone about providing this unbelievable clarity to them. You'll even get them feeling excited and confident in your ability to help them reach the next level. And that's absolutely superb. You'll find this process surprisingly easy once you know the right steps. Actually, this is a game-changing piece that most people are missing. It gives both you and your potential client a sense of confidence and mastery at what to do and what you do. And it sets a clear path to a goal, including the results they want to achieve and they can achieve with you there helping them. And one last hint that may help you with this particular process. This process is designed specifically for people who struggle with earning enough income, who struggle in marketing themselves, and or feeling less than confident in what they do. So it's best to practice on someone who resonates with those sort of things, because they'll be much more likely to be curious about and moved by the process you take them through. Make sense? Remember, part of earning a consistent income and always feeling confident about what you do is focusing on helping people who have the problems that you are great at solving. Those are the people you will never need to sell to. They already want what you have, and they're eagerly ready and willing to pay for your solution, your help, your coaching, your services, whatever it may be. So here is the setup to practice this for somebody. Ask a client or a colleague, or perhaps even a potential customer if you so desire, if they have trouble earning well, charging their worth, getting advancement in their work, or if they're doubting themselves in some way when it comes to providing services to their customers. Now, if so, ask them if they would be interested in finding out exactly what keeps them stuck, the true roots of their problem. If they agree to that, set up a time to do this over the phone, Skype, Zoom, whatever you want, or face-to-face if you like, but it'd perhaps be better first time for you to do it via phone rather than face-to-face, because then you can be prepared with a script in front of you, okay? And any notes you want to make for yourself, you can do that and not have a problem so much with keeping eye contact with your potential client. So before your appointment with that particular person, you send them a copy of a handout. The handout I've got for you is called What's Stopping You Exercise. And you tell them you'll be using this during the conversation you have with them. All right? So, how to start. Now, before we go any further, let me tell you you can stop and replay this as many times as you need in order to get comfortable and understand the script that I'm giving you. And take the script and edit it towards your personality. All right? That's what it's all about. So you'd start the conversation with your potential prospect or your friend or your colleague if you're practicing something like this. So you're not earning as much as you want, and you struggle with marketing yourself, and sometimes struggle even with self-doubt about your own value and whether or not you can charge more for your services. Let's do a quick little process and see what's at the root of this situation, right? Because this will give you clarity about exactly what is stopping you from earning more and really standing more fully in your confidence and marketing yourself from that particular place of confidence. Okay, so are you ready to go? So just for a few minutes, I want you to close your eyes, because I want to ask you to visualize or imagine something, and it works better if your eyes are closed. Okay, so close those peepers, right? And now I want you to imagine you can see in your mind's eye a movie screen that is playing a movie in front of you. Okay? You can see the movie. Just imagine also what it would be like if your imagination could just paint the picture of you appearing on that movie screen, right? So you're looking at a movie screen and you're seeing yourself on the screen. Right? Can you imagine that? Can you see that? Do your best. Just use your imagination, okay? Okay, you got yourself there. Now, you can see the image of you on the screen, and now you notice you're standing on a stage in front of an audience of, say, 100 people. Most of the audience are people who are all perfect potential customers or clients for you. But they're also mixed in with that audience some of your colleagues, maybe your parents, maybe your friends, and even old high school colleagues and teachers, and maybe people that you used to work in past jobs with, or even some old bosses, right? So that's your audience. A mixture of people from past and present, okay? And now you see yourself, you're standing on that stage, and suddenly you're holding up a sign with your prices on it for your services. But since you haven't been earning enough, you've raised your prices by 50%. So you're holding up a sign, and you're declaring loudly so every single person in the room can hear. This is how much I charge, and I totally deserve it. I am totally worth it. I am really awesome at what I do. Can you see that scene? Did you hear yourself saying that? If you didn't, do it again. Try and get to see yourself saying those words, right? This is how much I charge, and I totally deserve it. I am totally worth it. I am truly awesome at what I do. Now, what just happened in that picture? Zoom in on you on that stage in the movie. What are you feeling? What are you feeling like inside your body? What are you feeling like in your body right now watching this movie? Think carefully and think deeply about this. This is very important. Remember, you're on a stage in front of 100 people and you said all those words. Most people say that they feel some level of anxiety or stress, along with a feeling of embarrassment maybe, or even shame. Kind of like, who do I think I am? Let all these thoughts come to you. Just sit now for a second and go inside yourself and really notice the feeling or the emotions as coming through your nervous system, through your body. Think that through. Feel it, notice it, and make sure you remember it. Just for a second, notice where you feel it and how strong it is. Now, if there were two main feelings going on in you right now, what would they be? And it's okay to guess. So if you're not sure, what would you guess they would be? Try very hard to visualize this situation and to also visualize what your reactions and your emotions and feelings and fears and anxieties would be. Very important you try and capture this. So any anxiety, any stress, any embarrassment, any shame, whatever it is, it means that what you did and said on that stage somehow broke a rule that you learned that you were never supposed to break. So when you just declared to the 100 people in that room your value and how deserving you are and how great you are about what you do, what rule did you break? Think carefully. What rule have you had maybe all your life that statement and the way you did it broke that rule? This rule you've known your whole life but maybe never really thought about it. But just let it come to you naturally. What rule did you just break? Think about that. And now I want you to really tune into the audience. So just imagine you can zoom in and look at how they're looking at you. What do you see in the reactions of the people? In the ex-school teachers, your ex-students, your current potential customers, your family, your friends, whoever it may be. What can you see in their faces? What are their reactions? What are they doing? And how are they looking at you right now? Are people cheering for you? Or are they jeering at you? Or are they smirking at you? Often what I hear is a mix. For example, there may be a few positive people, but there are also some people looking at you skeptically. Are some people saying, hey, who in the heck do you think you are? You hearing some sort of comments or seeing some sort of reactions like that? Do you see doubt on their faces? Like they want you to prove it? Do any of them look angry? Or worse, are some of them laughing at you? Or turning their back to you? Think about it. Look at your audience. See what you can see. See what you can feel. This is very important. On the other hand, some people say that they feel as though they have disempowered people by tooting their own horn so much, and they feel really guilty about that. Is that something you can feel? Okay, another question for you. As you declared, I really deserve it. I'm great at what I do. Did you hear some sort of inner criticism or skepticism coming from you, or even some self-doubt in your head? Did any of those things, any of those feelings come through to you? If so, what did it say? Because this is something that usually just pops into your head automatically, that you say to yourself. It usually sounds like an inner skeptic or an inner critic, right? And it can be quite hard on you. It's important to really hear what that automatic self-talk is. Try and remember, try and feel what the self-talk is you're giving to yourself. Okay, now take a breather, open your eyes, because now we want to capture all these feelings, emotions, fears, frustrations, desire, whatever it was you had, right? Take out the handout, which is called What's Stopping You? Step 1, okay? If you haven't done it yet, please make sure there's a copy of this underneath this video, okay? Underneath this presentation. What's stopping you? Step 1. Now, in step 1, you'll see some following questions. They're not complicated, but they're very important that you try and give the most honest answer you can. Okay? It's all about capturing the following information. What were the 2 strongest emotions or feelings you felt during this exercise? What were they? If you had to rate the intensity of both those emotions or feelings on a scale of 1 to 10, how strong were they? I mean, 10's the strongest, right? So what were the 2 emotions and how strong were they between 1 to 10? What was the most noticeable negative reaction that you saw in the audience of the 100 people? And when you loudly declared your prices and how deserving and good you were at your role, did you feel any inner criticism or skeptical thoughts? If so, jot those down. What were they? And finally, what rule did you break on that stage that you vowed you'd never break? So pause this video right now and go to step 1 and complete the questions, okay? And then come back and see me. I'll be waiting for you here. Take your time. Welcome back. So what you just wrote down is the key to what's been going on just below the surface, or unconsciously, that stops you from earning more money, from marketing yourself with enthusiasm and power, and from really allowing yourself to feel the confidence that you deserve to feel. So let's put it all together so you can start to see the connection, okay? This time I want you to start creating 3 clarity statements based on the experiences, the feelings and emotions you've recorded in step 1. Like, for example, when you think about charging more for the value of your work or your offers, my nervous system and thoughts flood me with these emotions. What are they? Just give me 2 emotions. Also, I feel and expect that people will react in this way when I do that. How will they react when you start to charge more? And I immediately and automatically start to say the following to myself over and over if I start to charge more fees or try and ask people to pay more money for my services. What are you saying to yourself, inside yourself? What is your inner self-talk telling you? So once again, pause the video and go to step 2, okay, and create your clarity statements. Take your time. It's pretty important we do this right. Take your time and I'll be here for you when you come back. Okay, welcome back. What did you discover? At this point you may be saying to yourself, wow, no wonder I struggle. I get it now. Does it make sense to you now why you avoid charging your worth? Why you avoid increasing your prices? Why you avoid marketing yourself boldly? Why you avoid going for that promotion at work? Why you avoid taking any chances? Are these messages coming through to you clearly? What else did you discover? Think about this. Do you see how the rule that you vowed you'd never break and you broke stopped you in your tracks? Not only when it comes to earning more, but more than likely in a lot of other places in your life as well. This could be an aha moment for you. You see, you've just mapped the true roots of why you continue to struggle with not earning enough money, why you are lacking in some confidence, why you are feeling perhaps even some shame or guilt or doubt about the fact that you don't feel as valuable as you should, or you're not as worthy as you feel that you should be, or that you cannot get that role at work because you're not good enough to take the promotion, or you can't market yourself because you truly deep inside don't believe in yourself. This exercise should have uncovered for you some answers to that. And this is the answer to the question that you may have wondered 1,000 times. Why do I hold myself back? What is stopping me? Why do I get in my own way when I'm going to finally feel like I've actually made it and built some confidence? And every time I do it, I destroy myself. Why do I do that? How can I get myself to a situation when I can start making a difference in the world and stop feeling this lack of confidence and lack of self-belief? If you were truly honest in your answers, then you would have got some of those questions answered right now, okay? This is a clarity situation we're taking you through, and when you take your clients through this, they should be grateful and thankful for this, what would be a rather emotional experience, but something that they've never ever been done to them before, something extremely valuable. Then you'd say to them, now I'd like to ask you a question, but this is going to be a difficult question, and it is to complete the next part of the handout for this process, step 3. But before you do that, please understand, It's incredibly important that you see this very, very clearly. As you recall looking at yourself on the movie on the stage, and you look at the things that you wrote down on this paper, these are the things that are stopping you. These are the true blocks facing you. And I want you to answer this question, even if you need to just take a guess, all right? How much has this cost you? Let's say in the last 5 or even 10 years of your life. How much has this cost you? Secondly, have there been other costs to you personally? Think about that. How much has it really cost you in terms of your confidence and your happiness? Has it cost you maybe opportunities? It's very important you have clarity about how much this is costing you. Even though it's not fun to look at it and it may hurt, okay, I truly appreciate and understand that, okay, but you need to do this, and I'll tell you why in a minute. But take a second now to think about that and write it down. And finally, if you're finding the cost has been great, how much will it continue to cost you in the next, say, 1 to 3 years if it stays in place, if nothing changes? And I know this is not fun to think about it, as I said before. And look, I know I'm really trying to make you sit with this and feel the hurt, but it is important because this is reality, and this is the thing that's been blocking you. And these are the things that have been costing you a lot more than you may have realized ever before. And from the bottom of my heart, I want you to see this so you can get onto it, right? Okay? Don't let it hang around anymore. Hopefully you are now seeing things that are clearer than have ever been before, okay? And uncovered roots of problems that you've got, which is a good thing, not a bad thing. Don't think negative. It's a good thing because we've uncovered where the problem may be. You see, I really wanted to give you this clarity so now you can make a truly informed, empowered decision about whether or not you want to continue to carry out this old baggage you've got, right? Do you want to carry on with it, or does it cost too much and it's time to get rid of it? Does that make sense? So once again, pause this video and go to step 3 in the handout, okay? Get clear about the costs. There's only 2 or 3 questions there, quite short, and it only take you 1 or 2 minutes, but put it down, put the truth down, okay? I'll be waiting for you to come back. Welcome back. Have you any idea of the value you just provided to your prospective client or your friend or your colleague? Have you ever thought about how valuable that was? You see, you helped them recognize the true cost of these issues that they now probably see as an urgent factor and a problem that they really want to solve and get rid of. And by also helping them to identify what's stopping them, you also provide the motivation to them to solve their problem, and you are there to help them do that in your own unique style. See how powerful this is? See what an unbelievably powerful position this puts you in? And by the way, this process also works as a great filter, as not everyone is a good match for you and what you do. I mean, that's okay, there's plenty of people, right? Knowing who not to work with can save you lots of time, energy, effort and angst, there's no doubt about that. So if during the process you get the sense that they aren't a good match for you, or their needs are not great enough, or perhaps they're just not interested enough to do the thing properly with you, that can happen. People are different everywhere, right? Simply express your gratitude and move on. Don't worry about that. Do not get hung up about that, okay? Because you need all the energy you can have to help those potential clients who are already motivated and seeking a solution to their challenges. They're out there, they're seeking people like you, and you need your energy to look after them. So the ones that don't match you, let them move on, don't worry. And anyway, either way, know in your heart that to walk someone through this process will in itself be giving them great value. It truly is, whether they truly appreciate it up front or not. And sometimes they do, but they're not prepared to share with you because it's become quite close to the bone, right? What you're doing is giving people clarity, and that clarity is very, very powerful, very influential, and it can open up opportunities for the right people to seek you out. So now what you do is you take the time to let them think about it. Let it sink in what all this has been about for them. Because some of these are painful implications, there's no doubt about that, right? Especially when they think about how much it's cost them and how much it's going to continue to cost them if they don't make the shift. These are big issues for people to handle. So make sure you give the person you're talking with sufficient time for let this sink in properly, okay? Now on the bright side, once we're clear about what we don't want, we can start to have a new type of clarity. Now open to all sorts of new possibilities, right? About what we want to do and a new energy that comes with us, a new vibe. So here's my last question for this part of the process. If these issues and the hidden roots of them were to be cleared away, what would be possible for you right now? Could you imagine that maybe your confidence would increase by 50%, maybe 100%, or maybe even more? What would that do to your ability and to your willingness to charge your worth or to market yourself? How would it make you change? Think that through. What would it feel like to walk around in this new version of you, a more confident version of you? A version of you that no longer operates giving you lots of negative self-talk, because you discovered that, okay, in part of the clarity, in part of the process we went through. So you want to give them the clarity of also what is really possible for them when these things are uncovered, when they're brought into the light and then simply cleared away once and for all. I mean, it's possible for them to step into a confident, powerful person that they want to be, truly creating the life they want on purpose, right? It's truly possible. And you can be the catalyst for that. And you do not have to be an expert to do this. You just have to ask these simple questions and get them to answer them honestly. That's it. You're not interpreting the questions. They are interpreting for themselves. That's the secret. So looking at the bright side, then you can ask them, what sort of potential earnings would that give you now once you've got this confidence? What would life look like for you? What kind of balance would you have? How would your family and work fit together now? What's something you really want to do that now you can do? Maybe take the family on a vacation that you've always wanted to do. What is it? What things can happen for you right now that things have changed and you've cleared out all that negative rubbish, all the things that are going to block you, and given yourself every chance to make the most of new opportunities that come your way? Get them to get that through. Get them to think about that. It makes them extremely excited, and it's a very important part of the process to balance the negative bits that we did before, okay? So we're now down to step 4, and I want you to think about this. I want to ask yourself really what the answers are to just 3 simple yet powerful questions. So if all these issues and blockages you had are gone, completely gone, and you had full confidence and enthusiasm instead, then many things may be possible for you, right? Think about this and get them to answer. 1, I would finally feel like what? Finish the question. I would finally feel like something. Secondly, my business and monthly income would look like whatever it is. And thirdly, I would have more freedom to spend time doing what's important to them, right? More freedom to spend the time doing what is it. Get them to put those things down. By the way, we'll look at this in more detail when we talk about your desired destination. That will really help you build enthusiasm with your clients in particular. But for now, I want you to just pause the video one more time, go to step 4 and complete those questions. I'll be waiting here for you, okay? Okay, welcome back. How's your energy? The truth is, when we shine the light on the hidden roots of things that are holding us back or blocking us and stopping us from living our greatness, then we also stand in an incredible opportunity to change, to shift, to clear what's been holding us back and step into the most powerful place we've ever been in our lives before. And when we do that, anything is possible. Absolutely anything. As a matter of fact, you can take another second right now to look at the section you filled in above, right, in section 4, and just allow yourself to think and feel how much you really do want those things that you put in section 4, especially in terms of the freedom you'd have time to do certain things, and your business and monthly income would look. Think of those things. How would that make you feel? How important is it to you? Very, very important you do this, right? Now at this point you may be saying to yourself, oh yes, I really do want this, and feel energy charged inside you because you're connected to it. That is a powerful rising energy that comes with simply the gift of clarity, because you've given them the gift of clarity. The energy of change, determination and growth. The energy you need to move to your next level, to get them to take the chances and the opportunities and the actions to go to the next level with your help, of course, right? At the same time, They might hear some limiting beliefs pop into their heads about how possible or impossible these goals are. Well, that's okay, don't worry. That's just another aha moment. Don't worry about that, because we're going through a transition. They haven't made the jump yet. They're just going through the process, okay? The most important thing is this: they've realized the opportunities that may be available to them, and they're now open to them. They haven't grabbed them yet because they're going to need your help to do exactly that. Okay, and welcome to stage 3. We call it bridging the gap. But first, congratulations on completing this part of the process. That took time and courage, there's no doubt about that, and that's truly awesome of you to do that. So at this point, you would thank them for taking the time with you and asking them how they felt about it. By the way, whatever they tell you, make sure you record it, and record it in exactly the words they gave it to you, and confirm back to them your understanding using their words. It's very important. Their words mean everything to them, so you've got to be on exactly the same wavelength, all right? So confirm what they've told you in terms of their reactions and feelings to the process you just took them through. Have it written down, read it back to them, and get confirmation that you understand, all right? It's important for them that they see you are truly interested in them, and it's important for you to truly understand where they're coming from. Now in stage 3, which I've called bridging the gap, okay, you've got an option here. This stage of your captivating clients process introduces you to the sales and marketing challenges faced by your prospective clients. And by the way, even if they work within the government public service areas, they've still got marketing challenges. They may not perceive it that way, but if they want to be promoted to the next level, they've got to market themselves, right? So it's a marketing challenge. And of course, if they're running a business, obviously there's a sales and marketing challenge, because if they don't get the sales, well, they've got no business either, right? Remember, this process was designed specifically to help people who are struggling with earning enough income. Maybe because they need help in marketing themselves, of course, or to become more confident with themselves, taking the jump to the next level in their career or their business or their, whatever it may be, okay? These are the particular people that this process was aimed at. In other words, it was designed specifically for those types of people, struggling to get the money they want, struggling to market themselves, and lacking in confidence. Simple as that. Now you have options here. You can either use this bridging the gap method instead of stage 2, the one you just took people through, what's stopping you, as there's some overlap there, right? Or you can add this as a third stage in your captivating clients approach. It's something you can try. It's really up to you. My only advice is this: whatever you decide, this stage, right, stage 3, bridging the gap, this stage should not be overlooked, as it contains creative ways that you can help your prospective client to identify what they really are seeking, and at the same time position yourself as an invaluable advisor. Very important part of the whole process of captivating your clients, right? Captivating your potential clients. So right now you can actually close this presentation and then select the stress-free ways to get more sales webinar underneath this particular video presentation. You'll see the tab there, right? Now the webinar is 30 minutes of power-packed material, and it'll open many marketing opportunities for you with your prospective client. There's no doubt about that. And whilst there, make sure you download the 10x Your Sales with No Pitching document as well, because this gives you the scripts that you can edit and use with this powerful process. So thanks for hanging in there with me. This has been a longer presentation than normal, but I hope you found this process of captivating and capturing your ideal potential clients helpful, okay? And I look forward very much to taking you to your next level. So go now and watch this powerful seminar, Stress-Free Ways to Get More Sales. All the best, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.